Okay, so we're going to take you through a hip mobility follow along today. Hali is going to be showing you the easier versions of each exercise and I will be showing you the harder versions, hence why I've got this ankle weights on at the moment. So we're going to start off with some hip cars. So we're going to start in the quadruped position. So you're going to have your hands placed underneath your shoulders and you want to make sure your hips are under your knees.
Hips are under your knees.
So we're doing hip controlled articular rotations. So you're going to start off with bringing the knee towards your chest as far as it will go without letting your back hunch, so keeping a nice neutral spine, and then taking it out to the side as high as you can go without compensating. Rotate through the hip joint to take it behind you into hip extension, then all the way through to where you started. And just notice how slow we're going. We're then going to go in reverse, so taking it back behind you, rotating round, trying not to compensate, keep the core brace tight, and then back down. So just to demo how we don't want it to look, you want to keep tension throughout the body. So what we don't want to see is that we're doing all of this kind of movement or going too quickly. So try and stay slow with us if you can. So if we start with doing 3 reps on each side in each direction, we're going to alternate. So let's go with the left leg. So bring the knee towards the chest, out to the side nice and slow, rotate round, and back into the chest, and then reverse. So taking it behind, notice how we're keeping that tension in our bodies. And also a really good tip with this, spread your fingers apart and really try and grip the floor as you're also pushing the ground away through your upper body and not just dumping down. See how much harder that is to hold if I lose that tension there. So keeping it nice and slow. And the addition of the ankle weight is what it will make it so much more challenging for you. So I think we've got one more on each side, one more on each side. It. And then we're going to do 3 on the other leg as well. So just putting the ankle weight onto the other side. Let's go on the right leg now. So knee into the chest, slowly out to the side, rotating round, keeping that brace in the core. And then we go into reverse. If it's uncomfortable at all whilst you're going, just reduce the range that you're going into. You can do smaller circles when you're just starting out. Hello. Okay, so keep watching Hali, she's carrying on. Excuse me. Oh dear. Okay, all right. Yeah. One more. Okay. And also, key thing in mobility training is don't take it too seriously. Sometimes dogs will come in and interrupt, and that is okay. Just try and keep it controlled the best you can. So 90-90 rotations, so you can either be more leaned back like Hali or more upright like me, and we're just taking the legs apart and then letting the knees just drop down. So we're going for external rotation and internal rotation as far as our range will allow. So it doesn't have to go all the way down, we don't force any ranges, we're just starting some movement here. So think of it more as like it is a warm-up rather than we're really trying to push where we can get to. So just 3 reps in each direction, nice and slow, or take as long as you need to until you feel that that is enough. So 1 more, and then we'll get on to the next one. Okay, so progressing from there, we're going to go into the 90-90 position. So you just want to make sure that your front leg is directly in front of your knee and bent at 90 degrees, and then the back leg is out to the side, directly in line with your hip. And if you flex both feet, that should protect your knees. So we're going to start off with some knee raises. So for my version, you can be more upright, or like Hali, you can be more leaning forward if you need to. You're going to take the knee up as high as it will go, again not forcing any ranges, but we're contracting the muscles that externally rotate, and then back down again. And we're going to go for 10 reps of those. Okay, and then as you get towards the last couple of reps, or when we get to the 10th rep, we're going to add in a hover if you're doing the harder version with me. So 10th rep now, we're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. So that should be really burning up towards the end there. So on to the other side. So again, same position, 90 degrees in both the knees, feet are flexed, and then same again, 10 reps. So keeping the foot flat into the ground, lifting the knee as high as it will go with control, Just focusing on what you can feel here, what muscles are working as you rotate the hip. Okay, that's 9, and we're going to hold the next rep if you can for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back down. Okay, so back onto the left leg. We're going to do heel raises now. So you're taking the foot as high as you can up off the floor, either being more upright like me or leaning forward like Hali to make it easier. 10 reps, and on the 5th one, we're going to hover up to 5 seconds if you can. Be careful not to go into cramping. So if you're really feeling like it's going to get there, just stop and maybe reduce the range. Your foot doesn't have to come up off the floor if it won't go. Just make sure that you're contracting these muscles, and that's where you can start. It will get there eventually. So I think I've got 3 more reps. Just trying to stay as upright as I can, challenging myself that bit more. Let's go for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Okay, shake it off and then onto the other side. Last set. Let's go. So you'll notice the more upright you are, you might not get as much range into this position, but that's fine. As long as it's challenging you more, that is the aim with this. So halfway. Okay, ready to hold the last one for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come out of that. And if you're feeling like that's gotten a bit sore towards the end, you can do some of these again if that feels nice, just to ease up. So almost at the end now, we're going to go into a deep lunge routine. So you can either do Hali's version on a stool here, or you can do mine on the floor if you've got that flexibility and that range. Place the hands on the inside of your leg. So we're just going to create like a little C-shaped motion, going backwards and forwards, just warming up into the hip. If you do that about 5 times, that's already 4 and 5. And then when you're ready, you can do more reps if you want to, but if you're ready to join me, we're going to take the hand out to the side, push against the knee, and just push it out for 5 reps too. So it should really just be opening out there into the hip. Again, only going into the range that you feel comfortable with. 5, and then next, as we push away, we're just going to rotate and bring our belly button in towards our leg, and then out again. So rotating in and back 5 times. And number 5. And then finishing up with a reach as well if you can. So as you take the knee out to the side, we're reaching the hand over, across, and then back in again. So pushing the knee out and reach, and back. 3 more. And 1. Okay, switching onto the other leg now. So again, hands on the inside. We're starting off with the C-shaped rocks, roughly about 5 times, but with this, generally go with what feels good for you. We're doing it quite short today. You could do more if you wanted to. So then next onto the pushes, arm out to the side, hand against the knee, pushing away. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then adding in the twist, belly button in towards the leg and back. So just keeping it quite dynamic with this. And then we've got the last one to finish up with. We're taking the hand across, pushing the knee away and back. 2 more. And 5. Okay, last exercise, we're going to do some hip extension focused lunges. So easier version, feet on the floor, harder version, front foot raised. So we're going to go into split squat position. Make sure we tuck our hips under, squeeze our glutes. I like to just place my hands on my shoulders for this one to keep the ribs pressed down. And then we're going to slowly take 3 seconds to lower towards the floor. 3, 2, 1, and then stand up. So really emphasize the slowness on the way down. And we're going to do 5 reps on each leg. So slowly 3, 2, 1, squeeze and stand. 3, 2, 1. One more. 3, 2, 1. So you should be feeling that stretch nice down the front of the leg into the quad and the hip flexor. So switching sides, tuck the hips under, squeeze the glute, ribs press down. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 2 more. 3, 2, 1. Last one. 3, 2, 1, and up. Okay, so that concludes the end of our hip follow along routine. Please make sure to subscribe, follow us, and let us know in the comments if you have any questions. Why is it so hard? Oh my God.